Today, we are going there. Let's talk about something most of us, especially Nigerians in the diaspora, feel, but we don't often voice. The moment our phone rings with a Nigerian number and we hesitate before picking it, because deep down, we know it's probably not a call to check on you. It's not a how are you, or I've been thinking of you, but most likely a request, a demand for help, money, a favor. It could be a relative you haven't even spoken to in years, a childhood friend, or someone you even barely know. And when you say no, or even hesitate, you are made to feel guilty, like you are wicked, like you have done something terrible, like you have somehow forgotten where you came from. Why is this so common in Nigerian culture? Why do so many of us feel like working ATMs for people back home? And how do we navigate this as people trying to set healthy boundaries? Today, we are unpacking the entitlement culture, its roots, its impact, and what it says about us as a people. Let's dive in. First, let's be honest. Nigerian culture is deeply communal. Growing up, we are taught that family is everything. If one succeeds, everyone should benefit. There's a beautiful side to this. The idea that we are responsible for one another, that we don't leave anyone behind. But here's the flip side. When the helping hand turns into entitlement, when it's no longer, can you help me? But you owe me. It's that phrase. Don't be because you dey abroad. If na me dey there, I for do am for you. Or worse, you don't forget your people because you don't see small money. The communal culture that once bound us together, as in many cases, turned toxic. Boundaries, non-existent. Personal agency, ignored. Your own struggles, dismissed. And let's be clear, it's not just family, even acquaintances. People you barely know feel entitled. Someone you haven't spoken to in years will call you and say, Alpha, I need more help. As if your job abroad automatically comes with an open wallet policy. So how did we get here? Why is it so widespread, especially among Nigerians? Let's break it down. Economic hardship. Nigeria is hard. The system fails people daily. So they rely on those they think have better chances, especially those abroad. But instead of seeing it as a favor, they see it as a right. Colonial legacy and government failure. For decades, Nigerians have learned that to survive, you must also depend on connection or manipulate. The system doesn't provide, so people turn to each other, often in unhealthy ways. Social expectations. There is this unspoken rule. If you have made it, you must carry others along. If you don't, you are seen as proud, stingy, or even wicked. And here's the sad part. They don't see the reality of your life abroad. They don't see the long hours, the bills, the taxes, the credit card debt, the mental load. They only see dollars and they want a share. Now let's add another layer. As believers, how do we handle this? Scriptures teaches generosity. Give to those who ask you. Freely have you received, freely give. But that doesn't mean you are called to be a sacrificial lamb for everyone's request, to burn out, resent, or enable entitlement. I don't think so. Even Jesus set boundaries. He didn't heal everyone. He left crowd to rest. He said no, even to good things. So yes, we are called to be generous, but we are also called to be wise stewards. Giving under guilt, manipulation, or compulsion, that is not biblical generosity. That is emotional blackmail. So what do? Here are some thoughts. Say no without explanation. You don't owe anyone explanation. A simple I am unable to help right now is enough. Stop apologizing for your life. You worked hard. Your blessings are not public property. Pick your battles. Choose who you want to help and do it with love. And release yourself from the guilt of not being able to help everyone. Educate when you can. Sometimes, gently explain your reality. Some people genuinely don't know what life abroad is like. Detach from the savior complex. You are not God. You cannot help everyone. Here's the truth. Our culture has a problem with entitlement. Yes, it can feel draining, but we don't have to carry the weight of everyone's expectations. Generosity is beautiful, but it is not an obligation. It must come from a place of love and wisdom, not guilt and compulsion. As we navigate these tensions, let's remember we are not bad people for setting boundaries. We are not wicked for choosing self care. And we are not stingy for refusing to be used. We are humans and we are allowed to say no, not this time. Thank you for watching. If this episode resonates with you, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Let's keep the conversation going. I'll see you next time on Authors and Agendas.